Okay, so I'm not sure if they're shuffling, but this is challenge number 23, but it was the 14th question. So we're just gonna go ahead and do it. So it says open challenge 23.ipt, place 6 thread side bosses to match the image. The center point of the boss is coincident with the center point of the lower fillet. The boss is flush with the opening of the part. What is the center of gravity in Z? And they give you all these images. And you just got to basically put your information in there that matches that. So here's how we do it. First of all, we got to start a sketch on the very top, or where it says it's flush. So it says the center point, or the boss is flush with the opening of the part. So it's not the rib, it's the actual opening. So we're going to do a sketch on this, and then I'm going to project the geometry of the 6 fillets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what this did was it put the points on the top. So now when I do my threading and stuff, it'll show. So I finished my sketch. Now my plastic part was not shown here, so I had to go add that. So you click on this little drop down in your ribbon, and you can find plastic part. And there's all this different stuff. And it looks like they already used a lip. So this is kind of a cool little area that I've never been in before until this. So you go to boss, and we're gonna choose these thread bosses. So we have 2 options here, head and thread. So we want it to thread because we want it to have a thread on it. And for our placement, we want them on all 6 of these points. So we're going to go through. Offset, we don't want it to offset. Fillet, we don't want to fillet. It has a 0 on there, so I'm using this box here. It does say 58 millimeters, but that's really confusing. Maybe that's if you make it from the bottom, but if it's flush with the top, it needs to be a 0. And then the next part is thread, so we'll click on the threads. It's 6.6312, which I found out is actually the presets. So if we go over to this one, so it's actually threading the inside of that. These are all already set, so I'm going to go on to ribs, and then ribs, you click stiffening ribs, and it says to put, if we look at the picture, it says to put 6 in. So 6, and then I think everything else is the same. So we'll just change this to 6. And let's just double check. So 2.5. 2, oh, this is 2 degrees. So we'll change that. Then 10 to 0, 10. So 10 to 0, 5. So we'll change this to 5 degrees. And then these are the same. And I click OK, and it ends up putting these thread bosses in. So if I had another part that sat on top, we could screw through there to make a plastic part. So once you get that done, you go to File, iProperties, Physical, Update, take the Z value that you get, and hopefully you did it correctly.